Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was a few minutes later than what I had intended. Ugh. Cheeks had to go to school early today, so yeah, I was getting him off to school. But anyhow, um, I am freezing. Like my hands are frozen. Since I've lost all this weight, I swear I stay cold. So for those of you who were in the live on TikTok tonight, my plan tonight is to play Ava Wood and Kai's interviews. Now, if you don't know, I'm going to be playing Ava's first. Ava Wood she was a friend of all four victims, and she lived close to the house. She heard sirens the morning that this happened, looked out her window, and saw Emily sitting on the ground crying. So she decided to go over there. And she's also came out publicly and said that before the murders happened, somebody came up the stairs to her apartment and tried to open the door, but she had a deadbolt on her door. And this that we're going to listen to is her interrogation. Well, interrogation. Ain't none of them an interrogation. This is her interview that she did. These are pretty short. I don't think they're over 10 minutes each. And she's just going to describe what she saw and what happened when she got to the house that morning. I have not seen these, so y'all pray that StreamYard freaking cooperates because they have been a pain in my ever loving ass trying to stream things. All right, this is Ava's.
Okay. Can I get your first name, please?
My last name is.
Is it your legal first name or
Yes.
for something else?
No, it's
Okay.
my legal name.
And your date of birth?
Of 2001.
And your address?
Which one? My Moscow address or
Moscow.
Moscow, Idaho.
And the farm frame? Okay. And is your license in Idaho or a different state? Okay. All right. So what we're trying to do is get a timeline of any kind of timeline that anyone can give us of the events from last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What interactions did you have?
I wish you could see my Tiffany. I swear sometimes I'm over here turning my head sideways, trying to figure out what in the hell kind of interrogation room is this? This is the strangest camera. And now that I'm thinking about it, it's the same way with all of them. Hey, Lori. I've never thought about it until I was just sitting here. This is so weird. But they're all, now that I'm thinking about it, all of them look like this. Except for the first one that Bethany did. So weird. All right, so y'all be listening for inconsistencies because that's what I want to listen to right now. inconsistencies. It does look like it's in a ceiling tile. You're right. It definitely has a bird's eye view.
With anyone that lives on that 1122 King Road address.
I had zero interactions with any of them. I
Okay.
work with the football team, so I was working in the football until I think I got home around 8:45, and ever since then I was at home in bed. And then this morning I heard all of the ambulances and everything, and I saw out my window a few of my close friends standing there, and I've had to do this a few years back with the borderline shooting in Thousand Oaks when a mass shooter came in. And so it's just like an instant replay. So seeing them standing there with the white blankets, I just knew something was wrong. So I walked out and brought more blankets out there and just sat there and comforted them. And then that's kind of when we found out everything. I still don't really know what's going on.
Okay. Do you know, like, any of the people that live there, like Ethan and Xana?
So I know that Ethan and Xana and Maddie Mogan and Kaylee Goncalves, they were all four pronounced dead, I believe.
Do you know those four?
Yes.
Okay, are you fairly close to them?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can shed a light on that might lead us in a direction to find somebody who might do something like this?
So I was actually on the phone with my dad, and I've been talking to him. So a few weeks ago, at about 1:30 in the morning, what sounded tips
Okay.
and tried to open my door.
Here we go. She was born in 2001, so she's Hannah's age. This is Ava Wood. Ava Wood. She is a friend of all four of them. This is so aggravating. I just want to tell y'all. I don't know why this thing keeps buffering, but let's try this again.
Let me see. October 15th.
Okay.
No, sorry. October 14th. It was October 14th, that Friday night, when I heard somebody trying to come up my stairs and open my door. And I have a deadbolt and a lock on my door. And the next morning I called my mom and I was like, oh yeah, just some drunk idiot was trying to walk into my house. So I don't know if that could be any relevant information. I did not see this person. I just heard it. I was in my bedroom. But last night on Snapchat, Kaylee had posted a few pictures, one of her and Maddie Mogan at the corner club.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last picture that Kaylee had posted on her Snapchat story was her and Maddie Mogan at Grub Truck,
Okay.
which is, I believe, located on Main Street. Yeah, and that was the last thing.
Okay. But you haven't, none of the girls have talked to you about any ex-boyfriends, any weird guys, and trying to talk to them inappropriately or nothing like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And you don't have any cameras on your apartment?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
All right.
And I didn't hear anything last night.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, I think that's about all I have for you then.
thank you. I wish I could be
No.
more
Like, you'd be surprised what
little
little
information.
information could lead us in the direction we need.
Yeah.
Okay?
Should I be concerned that there is somebody out there who's not in custody yet?
As of this time, I still don't have all the information either.
Okay.
We're still trying to get more info.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is going to be a time-consuming thing, but I would, if I lived up in that area, would I take extra precautions? Yes, I would. Even if there's nothing saying that there's a random person doing this, or is this something that was more directed?
Mm-hmm.
We still don't know yet. But it never hurts to take precaution.
Okay.
So making sure your doors are always locked.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be out walking around at night, making sure you have someone else with you. Some things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's extremely beneficial for you. And then we'll start digging more, and hopefully we can come up with some answers very quickly.
Okay. I am a part of this possible investigation. Am I allowed to go home tomorrow?
With what you've told me, yes.
Okay.
You don't have any information. You weren't in the house or anything like that. There's nothing that you saw that would lead me to need you to stay.
Okay.
So if this is something that you want to leave,
Yeah.
by all means. There's nothing that I would say that you need to stay here for. Okay? And I have your phone number. If I need you, I can call you. Okay? And if you think of anything or you hear of anything, please let us know right away.
Okay. I have Tyson's phone number.
Yeah, Captain Barrett would be a good one to contact, and he can either take that information or direct it to one of our detectives.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was hers. Nothing. I mean, that was literally nothing. And then this is his.
Okay, let me real quick make sure I get your info right. It's right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Is your driver's license out of Idaho?
Yeah.
You don't need it. It's all good. What's your date of birth?
2003.
Awesome. What year are you? Are you? What are you studying? What do you want to do? Any idea? Yeah.
Got some time.
Easy, man. Good deal. Got plans for summer? Yep. Like here in town or down? Yeah, good. That'll be good, man. All right. So we'll just get into this, man. First, I'd like to ask you kind of what the background is, how you knew and Zaina,
Yeah.
and just kind of just whatever you have to tell me on that front.
We always just hang out like all the time since I was a freshman. They'd come over to the house, more like Xana. And last year I was starting to hang out with one of the roommates, Bethany, all the time. So I would go there all the time and hang out at the house.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Would you go like if they had get-togethers or parties and stuff on the weekends? Would you go over there?
Yeah, of course.
So you said you started hanging out with Bethany that year, that 2022. Would that have been okay? Did Did you have a relationship with her? Girlfriend, seeing each other, anything like that?
Yeah, just kind of seeing
Seeing each other? Okay. How's she doing? Have you talked to her recently?
Yeah, she's good. She's in, where is it?
Yeah. Yep.
She lives there.
Doing all right though, all things
Yeah.
considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
She's doing good.
That's good to hear. All right, so basically, just kind of you guys you're just in that circle of friends, right?
Yes.
That
Okay, so let me talk about this. 2024. Yes. They did not interview this guy, and Kai Davis was Bethany's, I don't know what the hell you'd call him. Hookup, boo thing, whatever. At the time that the the murders happened. So he was at the house a lot. A lot. But I don't know if you called it at the beginning. He said that Xana used to hang out at his house all the time before she started dating Ethan. Well, they redact some things in it. It wasn't buffering. They've redacted the shit. I don't understand why they've redacted. But my question is this. Brian Koberger was arrested December 31st, 2022. Why did they not interview Kai Davis until April of 2024? And Brett Payne is who is interviewing him. I listened to this one earlier because I saw some things online about it. And they dropped the ball in so many instances on asking these kids any questions. It's crazy. Yeah, they didn't fingerprint Jack DeCour until June of 2025, right before Brian Koberger took his plea deal. They finally fingerprinted him. I'm telling y'all.
they're saying.
Exactly.
Do you know of anything that anybody ever mentioned about people outside the house at 1122? Any strange occurrences, anything like that that you can think of?
Not at all.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. When they would have get-togethers there, about how many people do you think would show up usually?
Wasn't a big place. Maybe
Yep.
like 20. Like pushing it probably.
Yeah, that house. Yeah. Was it pretty like pretty tight as far as you guys knowing who was coming and going, or were people kind of coming and going freely? How'd that work?
Yeah, pretty much people coming and going freely.
Okay. If someone came in there that you guys didn't know, do you think someone would have picked up on it?
Yeah.
Think so?
Definitely.
Okay. Since this all took place, but that night prior, so it would have been Saturday night. Can you just kind of talk me through your timeline? Like, did you see?
It was a game day, so there was drinking involved, so that always plays a factor in my memory.
Not fair enough.
That day, I know we went over there in the morning, probably 10.
And that's to 1122
Yes.
to the house. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was like a brunch, like meet up, and then that was the last time I was at the house, and then I went over to the Whites. We all did to hang out at a sorority, like out of house place.
Are y'all not able to hear? Even when it's buffering, y'all can still hear it, right? You just can't see it. Okay, good. Good thing there's nothing to see.
Whites again?
Alpha Phi.
Okay.
Little kid who's in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, were you there early, late, like show up halftime? Do you remember?
I'm pretty sure I hung out there for quite a while because they're always partying there.
Oh yeah. And were any of them there with you at the tailgate?
Yeah.
Okay. Who all was there with you?
I honestly don't even remember. I think we all went.
Okay. Yeah. So then, do you remember what time you left? On or abouts? Did you stay the whole time? Like, was the game letting out, or did you guys leave before the game let out? Don't know. Okay, it's all good, man. I get it.
It was a long time ago,
Yeah, it
too.
was.
My memory's not good.
And so once you guys left the game, do you remember anything about what their plans were, where they were going, anything like that?
Mm-mm.
No.
I know they went to the club, I think.
Okay.
Kaylee and Maddie did.
All right, and then you left the game and went where?
Just back to it.
And kind of talk me through the rest of your evening that night. Do you remember anything about it?
Pretty sure we just went back, hung out, ate food.
Yeah.
Went to bed.
Okay. Didn't leave that you remember? Okay.
No.
And then next morning, when did you hear about what happened?
One of my fraternity brothers like barged into my room because I would like stay the night at Bethany's.
Okay.
Quite a bit. So then they saw the vandal alert that homicides happened on King Street. So then one of my fraternity brothers came into my room, making sure I was there.
Yep.
Woke me up. Really hungover, didn't even know what was going on, but then we had no clue. So we were just like hanging out in one room all together. And then one of our buddies came in and told us a little bit about it. Probably like 12.
Okay. So how often do you think you stay the night at Bethany's?
I'd say we stayed like 3 times.
Okay. She never said anything about strange occurrences or anything going on?
Not at all.
No. Okay. All right. Anything else you remember about that day, particularly the day after? Like what you guys found out?
No, we were kind of just all in shock, just sitting there
Mm-hmm.
with each other.
Yep. Okay. I think mine's kind of like most everybody else was.
Yeah, right. Then I think we just all went home the next day.
Yeah. Did you have any communication with Bethany after the fact?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Did she?
Making sure she's good.
Yeah. Did she tell you anything after, like about what happened or anything like that? No. Okay.
I didn't really want to talk to her about it,
Yep.
figure it out.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. Is there anything else you can think of that I might need to know or would want to know to include in our conversation here? Okay. All right. So just to make sure I got it all clear. So you hung out with Zaya pretty much or pretty frequently freshman year.
Yeah.
And then sophomore year, you started seeing Bethany casually. Is that a fair
Yeah.
characterization? Stayed the night 3 times, maybe. No strange occurrences. 20 people would show up ish at parties and stuff like that. But you guys, do you think you would know if somebody wasn't welcome, showed up? So then that Saturday, you said you guys went to 1122 for brunch. Do you know what time that would have been? Like, you're talking like mid morning or late morning? You have any idea?
Mid morning.
Mid morning, so 10, 9, 10, something like that.
Yeah. Wasn't much of a brunch, or just like meet up and drink a little before we went over
Yeah,
to the Whites.
pregame.
Yeah.
So then you went to the Whites. Do you remember what apartment that was or which side of the Whites it was? Okay. And you were all at that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you went to the game. Did some tailgating, halftime to unknown. Much else for you. If you think of something, you have my cell phone number, but there's my card.
Absolutely.
Please feel free to get a hold of me, or if you need anything at all, let me know. Obviously, we're trying to make sure everybody kind of as best as we can with the gag order, keep everybody informed on what's going on. Obviously, there's not a lot we can tell anyone at this point, but if you need something, we got 2 campus officers. You guys are more than welcome to go chat with them too. And like I said, you have my cell phone number. So if you need something, hit me up.
Sweet.
All right. Cool, man. Well, appreciate you coming down.
Yeah.
If I have any further questions, I'll just get hold of you if that's all right.
Okay.
Cool. You guys almost done for the year, huh?
Yep.
And that was it. Another interesting thing that I happened upon today is that in one of the unsealed documents of Rays, in April of 2024, the FBI was getting Jack Showalter's timing advance records. April of 2024. Think about that for just a minute. Well, 2024 was a year plus before the plea deal. But a year and a half after he's arrested, they're getting the timing advance records for somebody else. Why? Somebody else who had blood in their home. So why would they care at that point? Why would they need Jack Showalter's timing advanced records? Well, they're not just going to go to the trouble of requesting those, because it's not like it's an easy thing. You have to I mean, you have to jump through hoops to get those timing advance records. So why would the FBI go to the trouble of doing that if they didn't think that he was involved in some type of way? Why are they still interviewing people 2 years after that they've never interviewed before? And why in the actual hell did they not get Jack DeCour, Kaylee's ex-boyfriend's fingerprints until a couple of weeks before the plea deal? I'm telling y'all, this whole case has me over here like my head spinning. The FBI did take all the Bio Brothers stuff. You are correct. So this is, we never watched this, but I'm going to watch it now. This is Jack DeCour's interview. Day of the unalivings. Phone records, Diana. I hope StreamYard cooperates. I'm going to mute because I'm eating chips.
Sorry, I'm sharing the circumstances there. Truly, all right. Just so you understand kind of what's going on, this is kind of how these things go. We pull everybody in that has any degree of affiliation. Okay, so don't think that you're in trouble. We're trying to collect as much of this information as we can to try to get a clear picture on what's going on and figure out where to start looking. Okay. So real quick, do you have a cell phone? Do you mind if I take it from you?
Yeah, that's all right.
I appreciate it. You need to text anybody, let them know you're okay.
I've had a few people try to call me this morning. My parents are coming up from Cortland as well.
Okay, but they're aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I might want to just let them know to come straight here.
Yeah, have at it. You're more than welcome to. You can call them, text them, whatever you want to do. Address is 155 Southview.
Hey, I'm gonna give them my phone, but I just wanted to let you know that I'll be at the police station if you guys are still coming.
Okay, we were just gonna come there and be there for you in case we need support or whatever.
Okay. When will you be here? Just so I kind of know.
What?
When will you be here?
Right now, we're almost hot ranch, so I think 20 minutes, 25 maybe.
I thought doctor.
Sure. One of the officers would like to speak to you.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, my name is Corporal Payne with Moscow PD.
Police station is.
No.
Okay.
This is Jack DeCour, Kaylee's ex-boyfriend, the one who shares custody of Murphy. But in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, he is the only one of them, the only one, in my opinion, who you can tell is actually affected?
So the easiest way,
We could put it in Google Maps.
Lewiston, you'll kind of go through town, you'll pass A&W on your right, and then keep going down that long hill, and you can't miss it. It's a big break. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. So real quick, what's your first name? What's your middle initial? And last? What's the date of birth
This is
for
the
you?
day of.
Good address for you. Okay, and your phone number. One. Okay. I'm assuming this is, what kind of phone is this? iPhone?
Yeah.
What model do you know?
It's a 10X, I think that's what it's called.
Thanks. Good. Just so you know, we obviously try to get these back to you as quick as we can. Okay, so it's not like you're never going to see your phone again. It may take a few days for us to process the information on it, and we'll get it back to you. Okay, so I just want to make sure I have a good documentation of who's who's, and we'll go from there. All right. So while we're on that note, I'm just going to fill in your info here. Okay, so this is just saying that you give Moscow PD consent to search your digital media. Okay, if you wouldn't mind, if you're okay with that, right there it says consent or signature. If you wouldn't mind signing right there. And just so you know, everything's recorded. This little camera right here is rocking and rolling. So, thank you. All right. Sorry, I'm not iPhone guys. It takes me a minute. You just hold it down to turn it on. All right.
Just click that right side button there.
No, turn off. I just don't want to run out of battery.
I think you hold both of these.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, keep it. Just write your name on the top there for me if you wouldn't mind. All right. All right. So, appreciate that. I know it's a weird thing to give up your phone to somebody, but I appreciate you helping us out, all right? Before we get into kind of timeline for last night and stuff, what you have, I'm assuming you have social media.
Yeah.
What accounts do you have? Okay. So you got your address. What time does your shift end?
It's from like 2 to 10. I got out of there probably.
10 p.m. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did you do after you got off shift?
I went home, or I dropped off some food at my friend who's working at the corner club. And then I went home and met up with my friends, and then we went to the corner club as a group.
What time did you guys get to the club?
Probably close to 11.
Okay. What, anything kind of talking through the rest of your evening there? You guys just hang out, or?
Yeah, we hung out there, and then I actually did run into Kaylee at the corner club. Said hi to her, talked to her for probably a minute or so. And then eventually, I don't know if she left before or after me, but I left. I came back home, pretty much just went to bed, and then I woke up and I saw a bunch of commotion down the street. And I walked out there just to see what was going on, and I kind of heard some things. But I later looked on my phone and found like 6 missed calls from Kaylee and 3 from Maddie as well.
Sorry to interrupt you, man. You said you guys, what time did you leave the corner club?
Probably about 1. I don't really know that I wasn't paying attention at the time.
No, that's right. You just went straight home after that. You guys stopped to get grub truck, anything like that?
Nope, straight home.
Straight home.
Our sober driver was actually stopped by one of the officers.
Oh, really? Okay. Who's your?
Well, actually, we didn't get in that car because it was too full, but I came in contact with them because I was trying to get a ride.
Gotcha. Okay. So how did you end up getting home?
Just another buddy came and picked us up.
Okay. Who is that? Do you mind me asking?
He's,
Okay,
I think he had it.
how do you spell his last name? And you just went straight home, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then about what time did you go to sleep? Do you remember?
Probably about a half hour after that, after I got home at 1-ish.
So 1:30-ish, fair to say?
That's my best guess.
Okay. And then what time did you actually wake up?
Like 11:30.
11:30. And then did you have roommates at all?
Mhm.
Were they there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2 of them were home when I got walked out of my room, but I don't know who else was there.
Okay. Who are your roommates?
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
and let's see. That's all. And me, yeah.
So you said you woke up 11:30 and saw a commotion. What can you kind of describe that to me?
My roommate's window in his bedroom can just see like down the street, and he just like mentioned it. And I got up and looked, And I saw it was up by Kaylee's house, and so I walked out there.
Was it like people or cop cars or?
Yeah, I mean, there's like 3 cops.
And so that was about 11:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what time you said you went back and checked your phone? Do you kind of remember, like you said, that missed calls from Kaylee? Do you remember what time those came in by chance?
Yeah, they were like between 2:40 and 3. I think the last one was like 2:57. One of them was also a FaceTime.
How many of them were there, do you think?
I think there was 6 from Kaylee and 3 from Maddie. And I don't, like, Maddie, I've known her forever, but she wouldn't just call me. Unless that was weird to me.
Okay. You said the last one was like 0247, you said something like that?
57. 257.
From either one?
Actually, I don't know how she got my little vape, but she texted me at like 2:45 and she said, "Hey, I have your vape. You can come get it from my house." But
Okay.
I didn't say that to them.
That was Kaylee?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you said you were sleeping, obviously, most of the night, but at any point, did anybody mention hearing, seeing anything out of the ordinary?
No, not that I heard.
Nothing, huh? Okay. Did you hear or see anything out of the ordinary?
No, not until the morning.
Yeah, not until you saw the cop cars and stuff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed anybody around, like in your group of friends, or even just in the neighborhood, that you're like, that guy's kind of, or gal is kind of off looking? Anybody stick out like that to you in the last few months since school started?
One day there's this like old minivan that was just like kind of backing up and like up our street and back down.
Mm-hmm.
It just looked weird. I took a picture of it on
Oh,
my phone.
okay.
Just I never thought of anything of it, and that was probably a month or 2 ago.
You said it was just backing down the street?
I mean, I live on like that dead end, so we like pulled up and then like backed down and then was just sitting there forever. I don't know. I might just be stereotyping, but
No, you're good. It's the kind of stuff we need to know for sure. What color was it? Do you remember?
I think it was like a dark gold, but it was like peeling paint and stuff.
And that was about a month ago.
Yeah, I could find the date on my phone.
There's nothing else, no weird people walking around in the shadows and anything like that going on? No. Okay. Do you have any idea who would do something like this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But Kaylee has called me and stuff, like if she's walking home and she thinks I'm like is watching her or follow her, she'll just call me and just to have someone on the phone.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my theory of what the missed calls are from, but I still don't know what happened at all.
How often did she do that?
I mean, a couple times a year. But
Okay.
It's just like
Not
she
super
was
common.
feeling sketched out. Yeah.
Okay. Did she ever mention that she thought someone specifically was following her, or was it more like I just getting creeped out?
Yeah, just
Okay.
creeped out.
Okay. Is there anything? Are you in a frat at all?
I'm part of one. Yeah.
What? Has there been any kind of weird conflicts with people in the Greek system? Anybody outside the Greek system? I mean, anything you can think of that might point us in the direction of who we'd be looking for. any rivalries, any boyfriend girlfriend drama that's gotten out of hand, anything like that?
No, not really. Everything's been pretty normal.
Okay.
I was gonna mention, I'm sure this is something that they could tell you too, but there's a lot of like people just coming in and out of their house all the time. Just 'cause, like, you know, they're well-liked people, and I think more people need to code to their door than they should have. But yeah, no specific conflicts or anything like that.
Were they pretty good about locking their other doors?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a sliding glass door in the back. I don't know if they keep that locked all the time. I also own a dog with Kaylee, and I don't know where he is.
Okay. Was he with Kaylee or at the house?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a mini golden doodle.
And he was there that last night?
As far as I know, yeah. I heard that someone saw like a shadow when they took Murphy. I don't know who it was, but took Murphy to go pee outside before they went to bed.
Okay.
That's just what I heard from one of the girls that was there.
Who said that to you? Did she describe it at all, or did she just say she saw? Like, what did she actually tell you? Do you remember?
I don't know if it was Kaylee or her, but because I wasn't even part of the conversation, but she said there was a show and they grabbed Murphy and went inside and locked the door. And I never thought of anything better.
Was there ever anybody that like hit on her at the bars, or was texting her a lot, or anything like that that would be seem kind of out of the ordinary to you?
I mean, I could think of one.
Okay. Who is it?
What's his name?
How do you spell his last name? You know.
I don't think he was like that just to Kaylee. I think he's just that kind of guy.
He's just real flirtatious.
Yeah.
Okay. Would he like text her, call her, like?
I saw his Snapchat on her phone
Okay, gotcha.
a few times. And she would show me.
What kind of stuff was he saying?
Just trying to get her to talk.
Oh, okay.
Just not.
Trying to initiate conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone in that group of friends, did anybody ever tell you anything about stalking anyone aside from obviously Kaylee saying she, like would call you on occasion when she's watching home? Anything you can think of where someone might have told you, hey, like this dude or this person, won't stop talking to me or looks at me funny in the comments or whatever. Anything like that you can think of?
No.
Okay. Do you know who you have anyone in mind who you think would have done this?
Mm-mm.
No?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Last night you said you saw Kaylee at The corner club, right? Okay. Did she seem normal? Was she?
Yeah. She just came up to me and I said, "What's up?" And I don't even really remember we had like a 30-second conversation.
Okay.
But
Did it seem normal? Did it seem off? Did it?
yeah, everything seemed very normal.
Okay.
We usually do run into each other on weekends.
Okay. So you said you weren't sure if she left before or after you did?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Was it packed in there last night? Was it?
I
Really is
had
after
to
being
stop
big.
letting people in.
Right. You need to make that place bigger. Anybody at the corner club that you saw? Odd?
No, I just saw her with her friends like the whole time I was there at least.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think I have any further questions for you right now. Okay. Just I've been telling the girls the same thing. This kind of thing affects everybody different. For a while, it may hit you all of a sudden. It's going to hit you sooner or later. Okay, it just may be different than other people. All right. So just understand. Happened, we're all more than happy to help you guys. Okay. The campus officers are fantastic dudes. Captain Barrett's a fantastic guy. If you guys need anything, and I truly mean this, please call us. Okay. The last thing we want to do is have something as terrible as this get worse because folks don't have the tools they need to work their way through it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be easy. I won't lie to you, but we're here to help you guys. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. You have any further questions for me, man?
I would just like to get my dog.
Okay. I'll make sure everybody's tracking that we're looking for your dog.
Unless he asked, "Is that your dog?"
I'll check for you. Okay. And like I said, I don't know. I haven't been to the scene, so I don't know, but I'll ask around and see if I can get an answer for you. Okay. If I get an answer for you, we'll find a way to get in touch with you. What's your mom's number? Gotcha. What about dad? Is obviously the proper way. So if you guys could all refrain from, I know I have your phone, but obviously you can log on to other people's. Please help us keep this quiet on social media until we can make sure folks are notified the proper way. Okay. They likely already have been or are in the works of being notified, but the last thing we want to do is have somebody find out on Facebook. You know what I mean? So, and then I guess that wasn't the last thing. The next thing I'll ask of you is, so the way traumatic events sort of cement themselves in your head, sometimes it'll take a while for the initial shock to kind of wear off. And then you may think of something. It may be something little. It may be something like, oh, yeah, I saw this dude at the corner club who just kind of didn't sit right. You know what I'm saying? If something like that happens, get a hold of us, okay? It may be nothing, okay? And we don't know it unless you guys bring it back to us, all right? So please let everybody else know the same thing. If they think of anything at all, please just let us know, okay? It could be something as weird as a vehicle that they haven't seen in the area before. Somebody they saw walking by more than one time, or just something like that. Let them know that we need to know those things, okay?
Okay. Keely has like a borrowed vehicle from a dealership right now. I figured there's probably confusion of whose car that was.
Okay.
She just bought a car and it like broke the next day, so they went to her car while they fix it.
You know what dealer? Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. All right. Like I said, we'll get your phone back to you as quick as we can.
He said probably a couple days.
Yeah, probably so. All right. Um, and yeah, we'll let you know as soon as we have something for you. But
Um, so at this point, he doesn't know where the dog's at. He doesn't know that they've taken the dog to the pound. Um, he was in the back of the police car when uh, they took the dog out of the house and put it into the other guy's car, and he left with it. So Jack didn't see them come out of the house with the dog. And that's why he said the dog was missing. So, in my opinion, and for what it's worth, out of all of the interviews that we've watched, and I've watched all of them, even if we haven't seen them, he is the only one who expresses any visible and verbal signs of being even remotely upset. And there's something about I don't know. Something about these interviews is just not right. He was definitely sad. He was definitely upset, and he felt guilty about the phone calls. You could tell. He felt really guilty that he didn't answer the phone. I've never heard a police interview like these. They, it's like they're not trying to get to the bottom of anything. They're not asking hard questions. They're not digging. They're not doing, I mean, literally, they're doing nothing. Knowing now that they did not request Jack Showalter's, or here's my thing, okay? They said they cleared Jack Showalter 3 days after the crime. Yet they go to his house around Thanksgiving to collect blood samples. Thanksgiving, y'all, of 2022. They don't even attempt to get his timing advance records until 2024. What the fuck? And if you cleared him, why do you need them? And why on God's green earth had they not gotten Jack's fingerprints until June of 2025? I can't wrap my head around it. Cannot wrap my head around it. I was gobsmacked about Jack's fingerprints, but when I read that today about the timing advance records for Jack Showalter in 2024, I'm over here like, what? Exactly, Michelle. Exactly. They should have been fingerprinted when they were interviewed, and they should have had DNA collected when they were interviewed the first time. Because at this point, everybody should have been a suspect. Every single person. Should have been a suspect. So why was it not done? And another thing that I found interesting is we know what time Brett Payne got to the house. He got there close to 4 p.m. Why? Why is he at the PD doing interviews and he hasn't even visited the crime scene yet? Lynn, I'm sure that they did that. I'm sure they saw it on social media, but my question is, why didn't they do it? Why are they having to see it on social media to prompt them to do their job? I guess is my biggest concern. It's ridiculous. I can't wrap my brain around this whole place. Like, and it's not just one cop, it's all of them. And it's not just the cops, it's the dang Idaho State Police, it's the FBI, it's the whole kit and caboodle. Well, it's interesting that you say that because today I was doing some research because there had been I'd been looking into some stuff And there had been rumor um for a while that a stingray device was used to get Brian Koberger's cell phone data. Or that Brian Koberger's phone data was captured through a Stingray device. And I didn't really pay it much attention back when I first heard it, which would have been probably mid 2023, the first time that I heard it. Um, I just I just didn't think anything about it. I didn't think that that was even a possibility that a Stingray device that was already installed in that location would have been tracking his movements, or that that would have been how they got his movements, I guess. That never crossed my mind. But the last few days, I've been down a rabbit hole, and I don't talk about some things on TikTok that I talk about over here and that I talk about on Patreon. And I probably shouldn't be talking about this here. Um, do y'all know what a stingray is? Y'all even know what I'm talking about? Y'all are probably like, what the fuck is she? We were talking about sea creatures. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh shit. So um oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So a stingray device is a device that mimics a cell phone tower. Mimics a cell phone tower. And what that means basically is like it's a device that law enforcement agencies have denied even using for the longest time. But it's like a surveillance device that law enforcement agencies use to track the goings and comings of specific locations, like to see who's going in and out of locations. Okay, so like for instance, if the FBI is doing some type of sting operation, or if they are doing a surveillance job on, let's say, drug trafficking, they might put up a stingray device in the general vicinity of the area that they believe the drug trafficking is taking place. Well, the interesting thing here is that there was already a Stingray device in place on or near King Road, and they admitted it in the documents. Really. Mm-hmm. So, correct, Lynn. So basically, what a Stingray device does is it mimics a cell phone tower, and it forces all nearby cell phones to connect to it. So that way they can track the goings and comings of everybody that's in that general vicinity to see if the people or person that they're surveilling is in that area. And then they keep track of their goings and comings. Now, why, pray tell, would there have been such a device in the area of King Road at the time that the unalivings happened? Similar concept, Lynn. Well, somebody was tracking somebody. The FBI was tracking somebody on King Road. And the more that I thought about that today, the more I'm like, hmm, hmm. And stingray devices are not used frequently. It's not something that's commonly used. So hang on, I'm reading this. Wow. Um, okay, so this is an interesting fact. It can, truth comes out. Um, the exact information that it can extract is not known. A lot of the technology surrounding it is still a mystery. But what is publicly known that it can do is get a person's location and then all of the data needed to track that person's cell phone without a warrant. Here's the kicker. This is not a device that you can mount somewhere. This is not a device that you can like stick up on a pole or put in a house, or it's not a passive device, if that makes sense. It resembles a cell phone tower, a small cell phone tower. And it has to be monitored by a person who has a device with the software on it to run it. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down here? This is not something that would have been being done without seriousness, because it requires a person to implement it. So if this was done by the FBI, they have to pay somebody to sit there in a car I want y'all to think about something real quick, because this has been in my head since then, and I have watched this particular piece of footage 3 or 4 times now today. Remember when the DoorDash driver is walking down King Road and stops at a particular vehicle and looks inside and then hesitates and then turns around and walks back the other direction? Remember when the suspect vehicle tries to park, pulls beside for a moment, and then tries to parallel park in front of that same vehicle? So apparently, you can set the device inside a vehicle that has the software on a device inside that same vehicle, and you can operate it remotely from a specific distance. Sort of like a drone, how you manually operate it, but you're actually operating the tower. Yeah, they have them in drone forms too. I've always thought there was something weird about that car and the fact that the DoorDash driver walked to it the way that she did, because she said she couldn't find the address. Well, I don't think it's a car in the middle of the street, so why the hell are you walking down the road to a car? Well, if it was a house close by, why have no arrests or any drug stings been done since this? But here is my point about this. Well, I have several, but I'm going to talk about this one for a minute. We know that this device was in place, and we know that there was somebody there that was manning it because there has to be. What did they see? Well, the FBI told Steve Gonsalves, according to him, to lay off of their CI when he was going at the DoorDash driver. And here's another thought: they have every single person whose cell phone was in that area. I'm sure they could, Diana. But why would they want one? Confidential informant. I think there were two things. Actually, I think there were several. I think Maddie flushed some drugs. I think Kaylee had spilled secrets she wasn't supposed to her undercover boyfriend, who then told them about it because he was also in bed with them. And I think that Xana and Ethan had been skimming off the top. And I think that Mowich and his crew, as Farley said, were sent in to give them a warning and scare the shit out of them. And it went wrong. Just like I said, I think that every person that was meant to be unalived was. And I think that Dylan knows all of it. And I think that Bethany was gone and came back, saw that it was not Brian Koberger, saw who it really was leaving the house, or saw Brian Koberger pull in and pick up the person that was leaving the house when she got home. Physically, no. I think he helped clean up. Somebody who knew them helped clean up. And I say that because somebody covered them up. All of them. Summer, I think it was because of the caliber of people that he chose to do the job, himself included. I mean, if you look at the people who I think were involved, and like I said, this is all just supposition, that things that have ran through my head, I'm not, all of this is just me brainstorming over here. But if you look at the caliber of people, you've got Head Stabber, who has multiple previous charges for aggravated battery on women and SA. And then you have Mowich, who has multiple previous charges, a lifelong criminal, both of them. And he has charges for asphyxiation, battery, domestic violence. Oh, absolutely. Whoever cleaned up had to be involved. Not necessarily involved, but aware. I don't think that Brent Kopaka was part of the stuff that happened. Not that they've publicized. It is absolutely crazy. And I'm already sleepy. I didn't sleep very well last night because I was dreading having to go to the funeral home today. I don't know who exactly would be directly. I mean, I don't. This is just supposition. I'm not saying this is for fact. I'm just saying this is one of my theories. She's doing, Lynn. She's doing. Oh, Tracy, I hope you feel better. I try not to think outside the box too much. Oh, no, Tracy. Yeah, definitely. Don't do that. You don't want to get pneumonia. Yeah, I agree. And they were probably on rugs as well. Oh, no, Tracy. I think that it started around the same time that the noises start on the camera. There's no other explanation for those noises. Yes. I think it started right after they got home because I think that they were there waiting for them to get home. And I think Dylan knew. But I don't think that she realized how far it was going to go. The people that did it, I think they were downstairs in the first floor bedroom that's unoccupied. Bethany was on the first floor if you believe that she was there. I think, Diana, that it went wrong with one of them and it sort of set a frenzy in motion. And they panicked. And a bloodbath ensued. I think that Kaylee and Maddie started upstairs with whoever was up there, and Xana and Ethan started downstairs with whoever was down there. I think they were separate to begin with. And I think that when the person unalived Maddie, Kaylee ran. And I think that's what enraged them because they had to go after her. I think she went to try to find Ethan because she thought that he could help her, and she ran into what had happened to them. And that's when whoever it was that was upstairs with her caught up with her. That's why her blood is on the beer pong table and on the floor, the wall next to the floor. And then they carried her back upstairs and finished her off. I think she did too. Her and Xana.
I'm back, but did you say we be going that long?
No, I didn't. I didn't know where you even went.
They kidnapped me. We went to Josie's house. Wait, no, we went to Kaylee's house. Then we went to Josie's house. Then we went to Burger. Then we went to Ponce Leon. Then we went to Westfield. Then we came back here.
Ponce Leon and Westfield for what?
We were just driving because we went out. We went out by James's house. Ended up out there. Just driving.
Jesus, Lord, help me. And Mariah's back, and now I can go to sleep. All right, y'all. I'm fixing to get off of here and try to get some sleep because I have the baby tomorrow, and she'll be here bright and early. Tracy. She didn't even know where the devil she was going. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. Everybody have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Night, everybody.